In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the motor capacitor on your Karcher electric pressure washer. The capacitor is an electronic component located near the switch inside your Karcher electric pressure washer. You can think of the capacitor almost like a battery. What it does is stores energy and gives the motor a jolt of power when you first turn it on. That allows the motor to overcome the water pressure inside the pump. The most common symptom of a bad capacitor would be when you turn on your pressure washer and the motor simply hums but doesn't actually start. We'll get started by removing the covers, beginning by loosening the screws on the top cap. Now remove the screws on the back of the pressure washer that secure the front cover. And now I'll go ahead and remove the covers. Next, we need to remove the motor and pump assembly from the housing. 2 screws hold this clamp that secure the motor and pump to the housing. Now remove the 4 bolts that clamp the pump assembly to the motor. These bolts also secure the switch assembly up against the motor. Keep in mind when you remove these that the piston springs are applying pressure against this assembly. With the bolts loosened, now I can go ahead and remove the switch assembly from the motor. Now I'll go ahead and remove this rubber boot that keeps water away from the capacitor connection. Then I pull the old capacitor out and push the new one back in and replace the boot. Now I can go ahead and reinstall the switch and capacitor assembly with the motor and pump assembly. I need to align this slot on the switch with the tab on the pump. On the opposite side, there's an opening in the switch. This is for the pressure switch. This aligns with the small tube on the pump. Now as I press this assembly back onto the motor, I need to line up the electrical tabs between the switch and the motor. With everything aligned, I'll press the pump down and secure it with the screws. Now I can install the motor and pump assembly back into the housings. Now I'll secure the motor with the motor clamp. You want to make sure that you don't pinch the chemical tube with the clamp. There's a slot on the lower housing that the tube fits into. And now it's just a matter of replacing the covers.